So why do you think that souls even choose to come here?
To forget.
Today's episode is not for the faint of ego. We're unraveling the truth. Not just the lies told to us, but the lies we've told ourselves. We're diving into the dimensions, not the 3D, but the whole cosmic spectrum. From dense matter to divine mind. How the earth plane, this wild, aching, beautiful reality, might be the ultimate illusion, designed to awaken us. What if everything we hear, see, and feel is just us in another form? Entertaining ourselves through the grand theater of being. This isn't theory. This is remembering. And I'm not alone for the ride through these realms. Joining me today is someone who needs no disguise. A divine disruptor. A lyrical architect of awakening. A man whose words are medicine. Whose presence alone makes timelines tremble. GOD Trejavu. Author of The Gift of Being Present. A sacred mirror of a book that invites you back to now. Back to breath, back to being. A multi-dimensional artist, visionary, poet, and living frequency. Together, we build bridges between realms, not just through talk, but through truth. Hey everyone, welcome back to another podcast episode. My name is Jaivia Monea, the host of the Echoes of the Void podcast, where I help you explore spirituality from all aspects, recognize your potential, and energize your passion to align with your highest self.
Hey, how you doing? My name is Trejavu. Beautiful introduction, by the way. Thank you so much. I'm very grateful. Speaking directly from the void. None of this actually comes from me. It comes from the ethers, break down through me. So really, I'm just a mirror.
So, sit with us in silence between worlds. Question what you think you know. Free yourself. Because presence isn't passive. It's the most radical rebellion. Let's get into it. Okay, so I have questions for you.
And I have answers for you.
Wonderful. What does the word illusion mean to you right now?
Something that seems real. It feels real.
Yeah.
It smells real. Tastes real. But it was just created from your imagination. The series of imaginations gone wild. You don't know what's real or fake.
So do you think that the world is just an illusion?
Yes, in a sense. Anything outside of yourself is not real. The only thing that makes it real is our visual vortex of our brain.
When did you first realize that the world wasn't what it seemed?
When I died.
The people, the death story.
It was at a deep, lower part of my life. Trying to get answers. Got some shrooms or whatever.
Which,
Psychedelics.
not a good idea to do psychedelics when you're at a low moment.
Vibration.
But
Low vibration. I took 12 grams, actually. Mushrooms started, clogging up my throat, a lot of mucus and a lot of the fungus from the shroom itself just started clogging up my nose. And then I just suffocated. Losing consciousness. Your breath is your consciousness.
Reminded that your breath is your consciousness.
So I went into the void. Now people say, oh, I see the light. It's nothing like that. It's like it comes to you however it is at that moment.
Do you think we're living in a dream? And if so, who's dreaming?
When you're what you call, here, you're in God's dream. Mm-hmm. And when you're asleep, going to the real world, you're in God's world. God is just experiencing himself through us. He has his headset on.
Call that virtual reality. Hear that?
Yeah.
Segment 1. The nature of reality and the earth plane. What makes earth feel real, even if it's just an illusion?
It's finding something that fulfills you more than purpose.
All of the senses matter. Pain, pleasure, all of it. Because when you just be, is when you start to realize that you are everything. Those illusions are very convincing. So why do you think that souls even choose to come here?
To forget. To remember. This is a slight delay. In the real world where we're from, we can think of something that happens to get back home.
And it's just karmatic, you know?
Right.
It's karmatic to come back down and forget again and then have to remember again. Have to go through the whole entire soul journey, the healing journey to remember again.
It's all about just knowing your essence.
Right.
Remembering.
Yeah. So what are some of the most powerful distractions that keep people like locked in the illusion?
Sex.
Sex, money, drugs.
Sex, money, drugs, casinos.
Self-perception.
Yeah, always in introspection.
Yeah. Fuck being spiritual. Just be you. And what even is you? Just be everything. And what even is everything? Just be nothing. Just be.
Just be. We're human beings. We're here to just be.
Right.
Because once we be able to be, then we can do to be who we already are.
Exactly.
All this shit is just one big green screen.
So how do you know when you're really here now?
You're completely fulfilled. Know it in your heart that you have everything you need. You can be in your living room and be far away from home. It's all about the inner world. It's not about the exterior world.
So being here now is a hallucination.
In a sense,
Yeah. It's a whole nother illusion.
This dimension that we're in is dimensions of illusions. It's 12 different dimensions.
Yeah. And who's to say it's that many? It may be more.
It may be trillions.
Yeah. Maybe it's 12
Infinite.
that the human mind can
fathom. Infinite amount. It's infinite amount of worlds, infinite amount of different virtual realities.
To segment 2. The 12 dimensions and interwoven realities. How would you describe the 12 dimensions to someone new to the idea?
An adventure game. But it's all you. To these levels that you're on, learning new things about yourself. You're becoming more than what you perceive yourself. In each dimension you come up, you start being more observant, you start being more aware of everything around you. Once you reach that 12th dimension, that high level, you just become just
one. With everything.
With everything, with every dimension.
Yeah. Can we access multiple dimensions while still in the human body?
We're doing it right now.
Right.
Even if we don't know it, we're like in different parallel realities all right now, at this very moment.
Right.
The past, present, and future is happening all at the same time.
Right.
Everything is happening now.
Meditation, near-death experiences, psychedelics, dreams. Do you believe different versions of ourselves exist across these dimensions?
Yes.
No. Now hear me out. Every tenth of a millisecond. Right? We're switching through the different versions of ourselves. Like
as we doing this podcast. We're doing a different version of ourselves.
Every little second is a new version of ourselves. And it's like we have parallel versions of ourselves because at any point, at any millisecond of a millisecond, I can make a different choice to change the entire trajectory of where I'm going. Kind of like the butterflies flapping its wings and causing a tsunami.
Right.
You know?
Wow. Yeah. We're always changing, even if we don't know it.
Right.
Even if we don't want it, even if we try to learn how to stop it, we'll never know how.
That's not the point of being here. The point of being here is to be in observation rather than perception mode. But so many people are stuck in perception, get into this slavery mentality, which is what's causing slavery. Now it's volunteer slavery, though, offering yourself a job.
What your soul wasn't designed to do.
Wasn't designed to do, exactly.
We literally handcrafted our own soul before we come here.
Exactly. Like we chose our parents, we chose our everything.
Everything.
And then we came down here and was like, yeah, this is the experience. These are the experiences I'll have in this lifetime.
I've learned that it all exists within me. Like I'm still seeing myself through this lens.
Right. The eyes.
I'm still seeing myself through these eyes, the camera, through these eyes. So it's like, it's all me.
Right.
So it is all that exists right now.
Exactly.
I might as well be and talk and act and feel and do and just claim what I am.
Everything you think you're not
makes you everything you are. Segment 3. The paradox of unity and separation.
We are the grass, the air, the insect, but we forget. This segment dives into the interconnectedness of it all. What helps you remember you're not separate from anything?
Stop trying to remember and just be.
What techniques?
Meditation. The ego is actually an illusion. We're already in unity.
We forget it. We forget it when we're variant, because human is the lie. You need to stop thinking like a human if you want to satisfy your soul.
You need to be afraid of unity, because why be afraid of something that's already been there?
Exactly. Whenever we're discussing things, we need to start using we a lot more, because we're not just talking about you and me, right? Because we operate as one. We're talking about we as in all of the versions of ourselves within ourselves. What happens when you realize we are the dreamer and the dreamed?
Because we got nothing to lose. We don't move to impress. We move like we're the whole damn chess. A couple of pawns may fall. A bishop may bleed. But every sacrifice is just planting a seed. So it's time to be done playing pieces and be a part of the board. The black squares, the whites, the battles, the war, they can't shake you because you're not in the game. You're the table, you're the room, you're the flame in the rain.
Exactly. So it's like you're the dreamer and the dreamed.
Yeah, and that's when you start detaching yourself from reality, right, and start creating reality.
I know that creativity is used in a ton of different other forms. Many times people put creativity into a box, and the point of creativity is that it's not put into a box, that it can be whatever you want it to be. And that includes creatively solving your problems, right? I can create all of this shit. And you can do it by, instead of going through a situation and not knowing what to do, read books from people that have already went through that situation. You can do that by journaling. Take introspection time for yourself and then go and turn that into a creation. That's typically how it works, if y'all haven't noticed. People who are creative, they don't just, a lot of the times, unless they just have a ton of time and money, they don't just create all day long. They take small moments and introspect within themselves through things like journaling, and then they'll take that journal entry and turn that into a playwright, turn that into a poem, a song, turn that into a book, turn that into a painting, turn that into anything. Creatively turning that idea outward is what happens. When you realize that you're the dreamer and the dreamed,
that's when you can create. And that's what God is, right?
Right.
Creativity.
Creativity is God. And you create your life every day. So who is God? You is God.
We is God. We
is God.
Segment 4. Losing your mind to free it.
Why is insanity often the doorway to awakening?
Lose your mind. That's the only way to start controlling your mind, because your mind gives you a duality of multiple things of this one thing you're trying to accomplish or whatever you're trying to do, instead of going with your higher self. Because we've been taught to think with our intellectual mind, which is good, it's a great tool. But we wasn't taught to think with our higher selves.
Right.
And the higher self speaks with no mind.
Right.
It only speaks with soul, with heart. I'd rather be insane than out my mind.
Right, exactly. And it's like letting go of this man-made construct of control, this man-made construct of logic, this man-made construct of how the matrix sees you should make decisions, that is the definition of insanity.
People will call you crazy for journey out to different countries and backpack across the world.
Right.
People will call that crazy.
Yeah. Have you ever felt like you were going crazy on your journey, but it was really clarity?
Every day. I have to constantly remind myself, like, yeah, we're in this realm of illusion. We're in this realm of, hallucination.
Hindsight's 2020, always, right? Because you can always reflect on it and then notice how much you may have been moving with how your mind was currently programmed,
right,
rather than how your mind actually and heart and body and soul feel about the decisions that you're making.
Right. Once you make one with your ego, that's when it disappears.
Right.
The ego is kind of like barriers that you put onto yourself, because everyone is like in their own jail cell.
Have you ever felt like scared during your spiritual journey? Like when you started awakening, I know everyone goes through this like anxious feeling of like, fuck, like I'm really going deep into this fucking rabbit hole and there's like no coming out of it.
When I first started awakening, I was happy. Mm-hmm. Like I wanted more. I wanted more of this shit. This feels fucking good. I didn't feel scared, none of this shit. I didn't give a fuck.
Yeah, you was like, this is exhilarating.
Instead of using it to weigh me down, I started using it to better myself.
Right. So was grief what got you into your spiritual journey?
Yes. Grief helped me out a lot. Shout out to grief. Really, really a wonderful energy. Vibrating on 75 hertz to be exact on the vibration scale. Like, grief became my best friend. Like I started, oh shit, I'm God? I'm God. Mm-hmm. What if you're crazy or what if you're God? You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Optimistic Banks.
Man. He said, what if you're crazy or what if you're God? Like I was losing my mind.
Yeah.
And that felt all right with me.
Yeah. Lose it.
Drowned in my inner peace.
Right, right. What does freeing your mind look like? It's like, what do you do to remind your mind to stay free?
Creating, for me personally.
And actually creating music too.
And art is everything, Yeah.
Are there certain routines that you have in play in order to...
Meditation is always.
What is your form of meditation, by the way?
My form of meditation is getting up early in the rising and going completely outside. I'm gonna keep it real. I don't even brush my teeth.
It's true. It's true.
Before I go ground,
I
get some water.
Ready to go outside?
I get some water. I drink water. Because if you drink water before you brush your teeth, you get natural vitamin B12 in your body to get you natural energy. So you drink your water and just go outside and ground yourself.
10 to 20 minutes outside can change our entire perspective on the day. When you wake up, the first 5 to 10 minutes of you waking up is one of the most precious times to be able to manifest, to transmute into reality what you want. Awake enough to still be here, but sleepy enough to still create.
Right.
And that's what meditation mode is. Yeah, you want to be in between those worlds in order to transmute into reality what you want. But also trusting in the unknown. So the entire point of this podcast is to embrace the unknown in order to get to where you want to be.
When I first started doing meditation and all that, it became robotic to me. It was like almost like, man, what the fuck? But then when I realized, like, oh shit, like this is actually really helping. And I started making it fun. Yeah, start making shit fun, like that. You know what I'm saying? Because the phone is the world.
Yes, the World Wide Web. Shout out to Verb Culture.
Shout out to Verb Culture. If you in Texas, you in Dallas, you definitely want to come to one of our shows, man.
Every single Sunday, she's at the Freeman.
At the Freeman Cafe in Deep Ellum.
What's the connection between silence and awakening?
That's when you actually start listening. Mm-hmm. That's the connection. Instead of hearing, you're actually listening.
Yeah. When you start listening in the silence is when you start awakening.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That's
silence is the only thing that can actually break barriers. In his poem Gossip, he talks about gossip's biggest secret is silence.
right.
You have to experience silence in order to understand yourself and others and everything around you, because you are everything. You're literally God. Here's the conclusion. I love you to life. Let's bring this episode full circle. Slow it down. And let's end with intention, presence, and love. If you could tell humanity one truth about this illusion, what would it be? What does I love you to life mean to you?
Where it starts and then it ends.
Yeah. What if life isn't what we expected? How is it still exactly what we need?
Because you are exactly what you need. And the first awakening where it's you against them. And then the second awakening is you versus you. Then the third awakening is you and you. Shout out to Optimistic Banks.
It's like it's all levels, you know?
Right.
And then it's you and you. So you become one with the darkest part of yourself. And you're like, man, let's just team up and kill this shit. Why don't we? Like, you know? Y'all ready for a song?
Wonders.
Sure. My mind is filled with wonder. I wonder where you've been. I knew you from the slumber, then found you once again. A world of delays and illusions. This love I can't pretend. I healed all my contusions. So tell me where we end, begin.
Oh, she's the echo in my meditations, the calm in my breath, the goddess who stirred my purpose was each glance, each plan, each plate of seeded grapes and mango sunsets. Oh, we don't chill, we build, we rise, we got the blueprint. Through our music, books, and business, our communion is currency. Billions moving through us, not because we chase, because we embody it. And when I lay beside her, oh, it's not lust.
It's alignment.
It's not control. It's communion. I don't want her body. I honor her soul. The one who looked beside me through the great mother's dream space into this timeline. Oh, she's the one. And I don't need time to prove it.
Oh.
Only presence.
Oh.
Only purpose.
Oh.
Only this love is real and risable through her eyes. Not resurrection.
This reflection, a remembering of who I was.
Before the world dressed me in doubt.
A remembering of who I was before the world
dressed me in doubt.
Listen, been tired of sleeping, but don't know if I'ma see you in the morning. What do we do at the under the
hour? The devil is calling.
Listen, everything starts here and now. Scream and shout, let it all out.
Give me space to reroute.
Embrace the drought. Cry it out.
Cry it out.
Cry it on.
Cry it on.
Shiver holy.
Shivers holy.
I am holy.
I am holy.
I am homie, not the old me.
I've changed to the old me.
My mind is filled with
wonder. I wonder where you've been. I knew you from the slumber, then found you once again. Hey, a world of delays and illusions.
This love I can't
pretend.
I healed all my contusions. So tell me where we end, begin. We love y'all to life.
And just know you're not everything you want to be. You're everything that you need to be.
And always remember, your breath is your consciousness. So breathe wisely. And as always, embrace the void.
I don't want to do that.
Yeah, but I like that. Stalk me, baby.
No.
Get more people on here that are so inclined. But I'm honored to have this as my first guest.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And what we'll do after this is our business.
Yeah.